So today we're looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are now on to episode 15 of this series. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first event we have happening is just the Japanese. They're getting way too big. But they're gonna hold on to themselves. Mostly. As we see a kind of weird rebellion that want to be with, I don't really know what everyone, with guess they want to be with these guys. They want to unite with one of these colonizers, not Japan, which is understandable, very understandable, but don't do it like that. And so what they're gonna do is just break away in the north, and there we go. Japanese Siberia lasted episode something to something. Episode 14 to 15. So yeah, these guys think they can just stay on their own, do their own thing, and eventually maybe you want to unite with the Russians. But they're gonna stay on their own for now. They want to unite with some people. I haven't thought of it yet. Thought of who yet? But yeah, they just want to be with their own thing. They don't have much population, even though they have a lot of land. So they will be colonizing all this land over here. And also colonizing all over here. So as you can see, Alaska is being discovered. And yeah, and also colonized. A lot of Alaska is colonized. Even though this area is very inhospitable, except for like down here in Washington State. And they end up discovering a lot of modern day Alaska that will load. Yeah, for me it takes a minute to load because I don't have a great PC, even though I have like 15 gigabytes of RAM, something like that. I installed like 16 gigabytes, but like only like 15 are usable. It's still the recording lags, so I don't know why it lags so much. But yeah, these guys end up discovering all of this area because right here connects with over here. So, well, when it's winter, this is like all one thing. The Bering, you can cross the Bering Strait in winter, I believe. I believe, I think. I'm not saying that it does, but I think it does. I can actually look it up. I can actually cut the video and look it up. I'll do that. It says it yes. So yeah, okay. That's probably how they got over here. Was in the winter, you know. This does freeze over. Cause how north it is. Because the equator isn't actually like right here. It's not actually right there. It's like right here somewhere. So yeah. So yeah, it's so north from the equator. Like I live over here. Over here. So yeah, we need more exploration of America for my area to be discovered. Well, I don't live in like North. It's more like here's in that circle somewhere. I live somewhere in that circle. But speaking of more discovering of America, we have the Irish. I went for a second because I was thinking. My brain was going beep beep beep. Think think think. Alright, I'll stop with the jokes. But the Irish do end up discovering more of America, discovering more of Michigan. And they already knew this comes over, so they're gonna go right here. And Irish's goal is discovered. They want to colonize all of the Great Lakes. I had to think there for a second for some reason. But they colonized half of Michigan. And, this is totally because I want the totally not because I want the American expansion to go faster. I'm getting impatient. Yeah, that's why I'm not very good at Wisco, if you can't tell, or YouTube in general. I was originally gonna do Roblox, so yeah, I'm not really trained with mapping, even though I've done so many mapping videos. But yeah, and more and more colonize, or more and more people just start living there, and so this expansion's way faster. Just yeah, mass expansionism. What I'm saying. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, we just have more colonization of America. Yeah, just more. I could actually, I think I can do a weird thingy, but I didn't really speak of the Irish, but like earlier I did. But anyway, yep, the Irish are done because they've colonized all of the Great Lakes. So, yeah, we're not done exploring though. So these guys are gonna start a little thing called mass exploration. So they start some expeditions to go this way. And they keep going. Should really get their color. But these guys also get the color. They have to start claiming all this land. And their actual like people live. This is all claims up here. It's actually like right here. Nobody lives here. Like above that line I just showed you. Same thing with Japan. I don't know why I said try to say Japanese, but then I switched to so it sounds like Japan. I didn't mean that. I'm not making fun of you, Japanese. See, for some reason I do that. But people in Japan live here, live all the way through here, live through here. I'll just show you where they live. So they live all over here. But the rest of it is just claims. But yeah. They live mostly on the coast. Can't blame them. Also, the Taiwanese. Yeah, they end up start claiming land. So I guess they're becoming China. And an actual, like, border thing happens. So, like, most totally wasn't because the border looked horrible. Still kind of looks horrible, but not as horrible. I forgot about this. That just caught me off guard. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, this just caught me off guard. I'm not used to this map. Oh, yep. These guys are just large. I keep forgetting to erase the alliances. Now it just reminded me to make the alliances and stuff. I completely forgot. It's fine though. It's fine. But what they're gonna do, what the Russians are gonna do, they're gonna hear of this Alaska thing that you can actually reach America through Asia, and they'll be like, land? Nom 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 nom. Oh my god. I just tried to. most of the time you get the funny guy, funny me, that makes these scenarios be funny-ish, or just try to be funny. Most of the time it fails because I'm not that funny, but never mind. But we just have the Russians, to like free land. Nom nom nom. Yay. So yeah, they're gonna start eastward expansion. Not westward expansion, eastward expansion. Opposite of the Americans, I know. Crazy, crazy stuff. But they're gonna claim this as land. And exploration goes well. Yeah. They can't really go into the Himalayas that much as they hit the Himalayas because they're like right here somewhere. So yeah, they hit the Himalayas, so they stop at least right here. They stop in the south mostly. They stop mostly in the south with exploration because the Himalayas are really hard to navigate. They kind of go around them. They're probably not that small, but like you get my point. So like, I'll put a circle around it. That's the Himalayas. They're big. What I'm saying, they're a big mountain range. And the Russians meet up with the rest of East Asia. And they realize, hey, why not just discover all of East Asia? And everyone's like, yeah, let's do that. So everyone sends all their things and discovers everything but the Himalayas. That's the Himalayas, I think. Actually, I have an idea. So then I circular it a little. So everything that's unexplored right here is the Himalayas. I believe this is the Himalayan mountains. I believe that's how they look. See, Russians will just kind of connect up with it. Their goal is just to unite all of Asia under one country. Probably guess what country. But the Russians meet up, and Russia is officially established. That's officially what it's going to be called. And Russia is officially Russia, boys. And they unite with these guys to form the Russian Empire. Of course. Of course it could be Russian Empire. And actually no. I'll put a little more story into this. So these guys hold a vote in their biggest city, which is in Alaska. Or not in Alaska, but like in Oregon State. Or Oregon. So yeah, they hold it like right there. And the vote is held, and they vote to unite 70 to 30. 70 to unite with Russia, 30 to not. And some people didn't vote, so I guess not 70-30, but you get my point. And boom! Russia is officially a colonizer now, as they have taken half of Asia, I believe. This is like bigger than the Soviet Union, I think. This is bigger than the Soviets. They're stronger and oh, no, they're not. Well, they didn't have. The Soviets had like stuff over here, you know, stuff over here, stuff over here, and stuff over here. So they're getting there. What I'm saying, they're getting there. They're becoming the Soviets. But these guys' goal is not to become the Soviet Union. There's to be a Russian Empire, and they have done what they wanted, which is establish the Russian Empire. And if you want, I could make the flag, but I'm not very good at flag drawing or drawing in general. So yeah, or at least computer drawing. But the Russians are big enough and strong enough to establish more of the stuff. And this is not that hard to do stuff on because it's literally land connected in the winter, so I don't really see why they would need to sell it later. But Japan is going to sell some of their less valuable land, which is up there, just a little tiny bit. And Russia is just they're vast. They're even more vast than they are in real life because they have like a quarter of modern day China. China is like here in the Russian border. Here, I'll show you. Go like here, and then they go over here. Go like right there, and they kind of go like this. So yeah, they have a quarter of China, of a modern day China. Crazy, 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 crazy. But the Russians are so strong, in fact, that they are the strongest country in the world in terms of military, not in terms of economy, influence, and stuff like that. In terms of economy and influence and all that, I would say one of the colonizers. I would say one of these European countries, like either the Green Team, and like everything, the Green Team, Vietnam, the Japan, right, Green Team, Vietnam, Japan, or maybe, or just maybe, I gotta think, Portugal. Could be either one. Or Finland, because they have all the stuff up here, which is all oil. And so, but, don't want America get, you know. But, we have just more exploration, and, yep. Now, we can do trade routes again. I know I haven't done trade routes in a couple episodes now. I actually don't know when I last did trade routes. I could check back on my recordings. But I really don't have time for that. That's why I'm going so fast in this episode. Because, now it's the 1600s, I would say. Or, you could say it's the 1600s, but it's at least almost the 1600s. At least, because this is like, yeah, this is like 4 minutes. Basically, I would say, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I just don't know. The Russians, see the Russians, right? See how much land they have? It's just, they're just too big. You think they would hold this much land? Yes and no. Because the thing is in Russia, they're kind of like how they were in real life. They got super big. But then they had a civil war. In the 1700s, of course, in the 1600s, they colonized Alaska. Then the 1800s, they sold it to America. And the thing is, with the Russians, they're gonna be like how they are in real life. Eventually, they're gonna have the Russian Revolution, like they did in the 1910s. And then, well, a lot of countries were born from the collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1900s, or like 30 years ago. Almost, 34 years ago now. Almost 34 years ago. But, I'm just skipping a lot of time. I'm just stating what history shows. The thing is, the Russian Revolution happened in 1916 to, I think, 1919, I believe. Due to, I don't know why, but it's happened and formed the Soviet Union in the 1920s after World War One, of course. But once we entered World War Two, the Soviets got ton bigger after the 1940s and 30s. In the 1950s, they got really big. least in Eastern Europe, compared to before World War II. And they got a lot of satellite states and even an entire alliance. But then another alliance was born from that. NATO, to stop Russian or Soviet expansion. So you can kind of see what I'm stating here. Yeah. But these guys will probably collapse eventually, but not now. They're not gonna collapse now. Well, maybe soon, maybe. But yeah. This is not the end of the episode. Trust me. It's a good trick. I won't record it. Ugh. 20 minutes, almost 21 minutes. I have a lot to. I'll make this video very long. Let me think. Oh, I forgot about this. I have an idea for it. I have an idea. They break away. No, that's not a good color though. Actually, I'll color it this color. And then, because I forgot about it. Make this slightly yellower too. Let me think. There we go. Of course, we gotta have the capital. There we go. Go top layer, layer below. There we go. So there's the capital. Yeah, a lot of nations I gotta get capitals. But I haven't. This one doesn't have a capital because it doesn't have a population. Neither these guys. Yeah. Like this one, because they don't have a population. Like, if a country doesn't have a capital, it's either I forgot, or they just don't have enough population. Yeah. I'm gonna have a new colonizer. I gotta think of a new colonizer. New colonizer. These guys have really just, like, not done anything for a while. But they still actually, I have an idea. We have these guys invading these guys, because I haven't thought of any wars until now. So yeah, they invade, take the capital, of course. So yeah, these guys aren't that good at fighting or anything really. Check they're not in alliance, I believe. So yeah, they're just gonna die and surrender. Of course, I'm not even cut for this. It's just so simple. Fully annex. It's like, just, yeah. Yeah, Cyprus is very large. They're gonna get even larger. They're gonna get even larger. I don't know why. They're just getting very large. Oh, I forgot to give these guys a capital. That's fine. Yep, they're gonna get invaded. Yeah, I didn't even have to call this one. Do I? Yeah, annexation. But purple team's gonna do something about it. What do they have to do about that? Nothing. Nothing, because well, they can't. But what they're gonna do is going to grab some allies by joining the parallelogram. I completely forgot to erase these. It's fine. I can actually like. It's fine. I can work with this. I'll keep. Nah. These guys are gonna form their own alliance against Cyprus. The Diamond Alliance. You see, I'm starting to run out of colors, or not colors, but shapes. And these guys are gonna join it. The Right Triangle Alliance has died, if you can't tell. Lost its influence, lost its power, everything. But yeah, these guys are going to join it. These guys are going to join it. The old red team probably will join it. Because they used to have a border with these guys. The green team, they're an economic alliance with them. Well, it's fine. It's fine. In retaliation, these guys will leave the Circle Economic Alliance, and that's gonna hurt this economic alliance. So we're gonna have a new member, the best in economy in the world. Guess what? The best economy. Who has the best economy in the world? It's these guys. These guys. And then their brethren will join. And this economic alliance is just skyrocketed in money. Of course, these guys were already using a similar currency, but wasn't the exact same. So they gotta convert that. But, yeah. The red team will carry out some special operations in these guys. Right here. And they will just invade into these guys. Take their capital and just absolutely destroy them. Of course, full annexation. Yep. We're seeing some clearing up of some new. We have some new empires as well as some clearing up of some old countries. And the red team, they're kind of blocked. They kind of can't really go anywhere. They have an idea. They're gonna invade blue team. Yep, they're going aggressive again. I guess they're going old imperialist times. The good old times, they say. And they take their capital. Peninsula? Is this a peninsula? I guess. And I'm not showing major cities because this is a pretty short war. These are shorter wars. But, these guys are gonna help them, as I do not really like the blue team that much. Take this major city. And they take these guys, and yeah, the clearing of these guys happens. And I just realized how similar, or not how similar, but like how different this is from other world maps. I just realized that. What do you mean that has gained? I guess the economic crash of the world has stopped, which is good. But we also have the green team joining in on this war. As they just take the coast, because they need that coast, man. And the division of the blue team. The peace treaty is going to look something like this. I can. Nah, it's not going to look something like this. Like that. I feel like the red team I'm gonna take that. The greens. So it's gonna look something like this. You know, I kind of hate these borders, and I was already planning on this board, but I'm just trying to get a reason. The horrible borders. We have the green team kind of occupying parts of these guys, which that they see as a declaration of war. I don't actually know their ending alliances. I'm pretty sure I didn't put them. Yep, they didn't. They aren't. So, yep. Goodbye to this blue team. They've been here. It's like episode 4 or something. I do not remember. But yep. And Peace Treaty is going to be pretty simple. Am I stupid? I guess I'm going too fast for my own will. Will. What is wrong with me? See, I'm just going way too fast for myself. Cause gotta go take that. Go layer below. Do that. I'm just showing you what's gonna happen. Just fix that. And big red team is now in power again. So yeah, the world is shocked that these guys are going to they're expanding. It's imperialism. But we have these guys very peacefully. These guys get very peacefully next. And the world is less solidified. Or at least in the vision that being under one country. As we've lost a couple countries. And yeah. Because this is the colonization age. Because the age of colonization, the world is a lot more solidified in terms of being under one country. Because yeah, like I can actually look it up. How many countries were wait, how many countries I gotta think how I'm gonna search this up properly. How many countries were there in the 1800s? You sure about that? Yes, look, in 1900, there were 78 independent nations. I could tell you how many countries in the world. About 200. There's about 200 nations in the modern world. In 1900s, it was only 80. That was due to colonization, and that's mostly due to there's so many countries in Africa. So many countries in Africa, bro. Like there was so many at the time. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And bye bye.